Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to go over a day trading strategy with a stock. I don't usually cover this. I usually cover options trading with the stock market, but as I was going over a couple of videos last time with MicroStrategy, I noticed how, and I looked at the charts, I noticed how much percentages it gets, and I'm going to kind of show you how to day trade today with the stock from MicroStrategy. This strategy will not work with a lot of other stocks out there, but it will work pretty well with MicroStrategy. Now you want to do this because as an alternative to doing options trading, because when you're doing it with options trading, the contracts are pretty expensive. They can range around anywhere from $1,200 to contract, and it's pretty expensive. So unless you have enough, and your balance is, I recommend not doing your full balance. So you still would have to have a reasonable big balance in order to do options trading with MicroStrategy. What I want to show you how to do today is kind of day trade it instead of using options, and kind of show you the profits that you can get from it. This is not financial advice, so do your own research, and I'm not responsible for any profit or loss. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the strategy that I do for MicroStrategy, the stock MicroStrategy. Okay, so before I begin real quick, I'm going to kind of answer the question that I put on my communities tab. And I basically put up a random screenshot of McDonald's. This was a couple days ago. It was basically, we looked at this on the day, and I could probably go to this exact, I think I can go to this exact moment in the chart. So this might be easier to do that. Let's just do that real quick, and I'll show you before we get to the actual video here. We look at McDonald's on the day. Now, the exact moment I was talking about was, I think it was right here. Yeah, this was almost, I think this was the moment right here. Yeah, this looks like the exact moment from the snapshot. But anyway, the question was, would you take this trade? And basically, we look at the RSI and we see the RSI is going down, and then we look at the moving averages of the 5 and 8, and it has a up pattern. So if you were to come in here at this moment when the RSI is going down and you were doing an options trade here, so if you were doing an options trade and you came in right here, say the RSI is going down, and you wrote it out for 7 days for like a typical contract, you would have been out. You would have, because the RSI would have told you down. You probably would have put in a put, and it goes up. So this is an example of when this strategy goes against you, is because you have to look at the moment of the RSI, and the RSI has to match the moment of what the moving average is doing. When you see the RSI going down and the moving average is going down, you know that's a good position to be. But the snapshot here is not a good trade, so I just thought I'd throw that up there. I'll probably do another snapshot here pretty soon. But anyway, on to the video here. We're going to go to MicroStrategy Incorporated here. And basically the strategy here is, real quick, let's look at how much the contracts actually cost. Okay, so let's just say we're going to predict that it's going to go down right now. We're going to put, typically it's going to cost a little bit of $1,500 for a contract, and you would have to be basically right on the money for it. So this will not work if you have a small balance, but if you have a bigger balance, then you can probably risk it. But this doing options for MicroStrategy for the small balances will not work unless you have a little bit more of a bigger balance. So I recommend growing your balance before you get started with MicroStrategy. But what I want to show you today is how to profit from doing it without doing options. And now this is, now every time you do this, just make sure, because you probably have to pay, I'm not a financial advisor, but you probably have to pay capital gains for every time you buy in, and then when you sell, you'll get a capital gain. So not a financial advisor, but just keep that in mind any trade you do. So the strategy is real simple. You don't do options, but instead you buy MicroStrategy stocks when the pattern, and I personally look at it on the day, and I look for a pattern, like I was just discussing with the McDonald's strategy. I look for patterns that's going to go up. It will only work, this strategy will only work when it's going up. It's not going to work when it goes down. You have to do options for that. So the point is, you get in right before it starts going up, and you get out right before it starts going back down. So you can write it out, and you can basically day trade. And the percentages that I found are pretty good. So if we did this on the day here, we day traded it for a while. What we look for here, you notice that the RSI here crosses, and we see we see it reflect in the moving averages, just like I was saying with the McDonald's pop quiz there. So if we bought the MicroStrategy here and we wrote it out till here, this was 17 days and 32% gains. So if you put in $100 and you made 32% off that, you would have made $76. If you had $1,000 you put in on it and you made the 32%, you would have made $320. So you can really grow and compound this. You have to get in right before it moves up, and you have to get out right before it starts going down. So let's look at a couple other examples here of when this might happen. You only can focus when it's going up. We see a moment right here. Right here we see it happening. So you come in, we buy some MicroStrategy, and you just ride it out. You ride it out. Now the good thing about this is it's not an option contract, so you can ride this out for a lot longer if you believe it's going to keep going up. So you're not on a expiring date here. You can ride this out for a longer period of time and get bigger gains. But if you rode this entire thing out, you would have made 57% in 31 days. 57 in 31 days. So if you had $100, made 57%, you made $57. If you had $1,000, made 57%, you would have made $570. So you can see where this would compound really quick. All you do is look for those moments when it starts to go up. I focus on the day. It will not work when it's going down. You would need to do a option contract for that. So let's look at some other moments. A couple more here. We see that it's going right here. We see crossing right here, and it kind of fits the criteria here. We see that it's going up. So we ride this whole thing up. This took 30. Wow, this took 30 days, and you made 99%. So you got $100 times 99%. You made $99. If you have 1,000 times 99%, you made $999. So let's just do this one more time, and I think you guys get the general idea. Let's do one or two. Let's do this small one here. See if it matches our criteria. Well, this one won't be small. Just look like it. But here we go. We see the RSI is crossing up right here. So this, when you buy in for some MicroStrategy, you ride it all the way till about up here, and you got a 25%. So, $100 times 25%. It's $25. If you have 1,000 times 25%. It's $250. So you can see where this kind of compounds real fast. Let's do this one more time. Let's just do this small one here. Okay, so we see the RSI is crossing up right here. We get in right about here, buy some MicroStrategy, right until up here. This took 10 days and 24%. So, you know, $100 times 24%, you made $24. If you had 1,000 times 24%, you made $240. So you can see where you would see where this compounds every single day. So what you can do when you first get started with your first trade, with your first day trade with MicroStrategy, is you come in and with a set amount, and it's up to you guys how much ever you want to come in, and follow the chart of when it's going to start to go up. You can't focus. You can't do it when it goes down. You can only focus when it's going up by using the methods that I've been teaching with the RSI and the 5 and 8 moving average. Focus on when it's going up, and whatever percentage you get, you could sell at that point, and you'll get your percentage gains. Now, keep in mind that whatever you do get in gains, you have to pay. I think you have to pay capital taxes. I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. Be responsible for your own money. But say you got $25 in gains, you now have $25 more. And the next time around, when you see the pattern, you'll make even more, and it'll just snowball and compound if you can find the right moments of when this stock goes up in the value. So this is a quick way, because I went back, I looked at the charts, and I noticed there's big percentage increases with this stock, and this strategy will work well for that. So anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. I just found this strategy helpful. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.